Is that what we should be talking about?
Talk about whatever you want. As Joey undresses you.
Should I just show on the phone? Recently, you and I got to drive.
Is that ruining everything? At any given moment, there's just a tractor outside just
Hot Cheetos are pretty good.
Hot Cheetos are alright. I can't really handle them.
Really?
Yeah, the problem is that like I enjoy spicy food, but like what I don't have is hair. Hear me out. So when you eat spicy food and you sweat, there's nothing to absorb. So then you're just clearly dripping like
That's why you have to wear a hat.
I gotta wear like a sweatband. Hoonigan sweatband just made for eating.
So recently, we got to drive supercars.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Right?
Yeah.
And what did you dub me as?
Oh, supercar hater of the year.
Yeah, because I actually didn't really, it's not that I didn't enjoy them. They're just a lot of car. It's just hard for me to enjoy something that I can't drive to the limit.
Yeah, totally. I
Yeah.
feel you. Are you getting to the fact that you drove a supercar and you liked it?
McLaren let me drive the 570s Spider.
Okay.
Yeah, so they just gave it to me for the day. I went down PCH with my buddy. We got pink Starbucks drinks. The point was, I guess, I just wanted to like do that whole, yuppie thing. It was interesting to drive that, like because that whole area is just all these rich cars anyways. Like we actually did pull up next to a black Ferrari on PCH. I kind of freaked out because it was like the whole Fast and Furious scene.
Nice car. What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.
It was just such a good time. It was just stupid fun. We drove it in the canyons. We drove it on PCH.
What canyon did you do?
We did Mulholland,
Nice.
all the way to PCH, and we did a couple other smaller canyons. This thing, just everything about it, the sound. The main thing about McLaren that I really liked is how usable this car is. Like, it's just not rough at all. Like, it's so nice to drive on the street. It was a perfect car for that, afternoon drive. But you guys check out the video. All right, so we're out here, Malibu. McLaren, for some reason, figured it'd be a good idea to give me this for the day, just to drive around the crazy, nice Southern California canyon road. Brought my buddy, John Cirone.
How you doing?
Cirone sucks.
It's a terrible December here, huh?
Yeah, right. It's actually pretty hot. Perfect convertible weather. Honestly, I'm not much of a supercar guy. You guys know this already. My wife said today, I had a conversation before picking this up. She's like, yeah, you like the clunkers. That's pretty much everyone at Hoonigan, including me. We like the things that barely run, and we like the things that don't cost that much to begin with. So we like the things that we can tinker with. But for me, it's always good to have something to aspire to. For this being the entry-level McLaren, if there is such a thing, I honestly like this better than the 720S. It's just awesome to have a usable supercar like this, and just the front end on this screams McLaren. I love the way the headlights, have that kind of logo integration. I don't get to actually drive too many supercars, but one of the things that I noticed, the transmission actually feels like a slush box when you have it in normal mode. Versus like a lot of other dual clutch transmissions, you actually have to get on the gas a little bit to get the car moving. Whereas with this, you just put it in first, and then when you let off the brake, it actually starts rolling forward like a slush box. It's just more of that usable supercar feel. Of course, I'd much rather have a 6-speed or 7-speed manual, but that's just me. I don't actually care to go faster. I'm not a racing driver. I'm not gonna break any records. I just wanna have fun from here to down the street, so I love rolling my gears. Yeah, that's why all my project cars are manual. Jumping in from something like my 911 into this, it's actually so tame. The suspension is so soft and it's so nice, like comfortable, and you can actually have a conversation in here while you're driving. Modified cars are so stupid. What's wrong with us? Why do we mess with everything? This is so nice. We're coming up on a tunnel.
Uh-oh. Childish things
no.
ensue.
Second gear. That blow-off valve, though. This is such a race car in disguise. You know, twin turbo blow-off valve, V8, good looks. The thing I really like about McLaren is that the company itself started out building race cars, and their first ever road car was the F1. And now, you know, if you want to buy one, you have to like have $10 to $15 million. For me, I mean, I aspire to like just see it and photograph it, whatever. I never even thought I would be able to drive a McLaren. How about this thing, dude? Let's talk about this thing.
What is this thing?
You know what it is? It's a microphone. In case you want to, like...
Talk with your butt?
No, I feel like it kind of looks like a microphone. It makes me want to pick it up and just speak into it. But it's actually a tweeter. And that's one of the things about McLaren. It's the whole Gordon Murray, you know, he loves music or whatever, but he doesn't listen to the radio. In the F1, there was no radio, but there was a CD player, and it was a crazy, nice sound system in there. So I feel like they kind of continued that legacy with really awesome sound system, the whole Bauer-Wilkins system. I mean, not only does it look nice, but you know, you get this torpedo kind of thing on the dash, which is awesome. One thing that I don't like about it, and it's the same complaint for the new 911s, you can't actually open up the hood. Did you realize that?
No, I didn't even know.
You can't actually look at the engine.
We can't look at the engine in this thing?
No. No.
How do we know there's an engine in it?
Oh, this is happening.
Oh, shit!
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Are
Put
you
her
ready?
in sport.
Oh, hold on. Launch control.
Launch
They didn't
control.
tell me how to use it. There's too many buttons here. I might have just put the e-brake on.
Oh! Uh-oh!
Oh, look at these guys.
Uh-oh.
Nice car. What kind of car is that? Look at that thing transform.
It's about ready to go into attack.
That's an arm. Since we're driving a McLaren, we have to order the appropriate drinks. Who the hell parked their McLaren? So awkward. So like look at this guy.
Put the wheels straight.
Yeah, what a terrible driver.
Yeah, we're gonna do the door test now. Now this would be how you park if you daily drive this thing.
That's so bad. No, don't put that in.
Oh!
Wow. 3-finger gap. 3-finger gap, we're good. Important thing now. Gotta make sure my strawberry Starbucks drink fits perfectly in the cup holders. Looks like it's good here. And there's another cup holder for you.
Oh boy.
Cirone.
This is a cup holder?
Will that fit though? Oh my
You
goodness.
could fit a girly drink in here.
2 girly drinks. They got our drink right. It says girly pink drink, right? But look at my name. Larry. Larry. Let's fucking do this shit. It makes all the right noises. That's the thing about cars now. Noise is a byproduct, you know, just like heat. It could just make no noise at all, and it could be just as fast, and it would be fine, but we've learned to enjoy this byproduct, you know? I feel like this makes all the right noises. Very soon, you know, we'll all be driving electric cars that don't make any noise at all, or make a very artificial noise. The problem with this car is, honestly, it's just, I mean, this and most of the new supercars, it's just too easy to go fast, really. You know, we'll break the speed limit in less than a second. All I have to say is, sir, please. Knife hand. As you can see, tunnel mode is activated.
We are coming up on a tunnel. Noises ensue.
Noises. All the good noises. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's too fast. Comment below if you guys want me to scumbag the McLaren guys in bringing this by the shop. Maybe we could do a space race or something, or even show how the launch control works. What a great car. Just a fun car to drive. Definitely a good alternative to a 911 or a Lamborghini Huracan or R8. Just that supercar price range, I guess. Just so crazy the way it looks just parked here. Pretty much everywhere I went, people looked at us. I mean, the pink drinks definitely helped.
That's all I have planned.
Are you f***ing kidding me, man? Do a monologue, dude.
Well, you know my name is Simon, and I like to do drawings.
Are we ready to go? Yeah. We're doing it? Okay, Cal left, so we can probably start going now. So today with Drawing with John, we're gonna talk about what it took to get this product made. Our collaboration with the Suavecito Pomade Company and us. Yeah, let's get into it a little bit. We'll just talk a little briefly about the collaboration. I went down to meet Suavecito right after Valentine's Day, and we hit it off real quickly. We love cars, they love cars. From our end, we wanted to bring in more of the garage DIY lifestyle. So if you've ever packed bearings in your life, so I mean, the color of our pomade is actually a darker red, so it looks like bearing grease. So that's one of the things that people probably don't understand, or haven't noticed or seen it yet, but yeah. So that's kind of our whole steez on this was garage stuff. So it's actually red, very similar to bearing grease. It's all about automotive, lifestyle, and a product that you use for your hair. So now I need to find something to do with this. So the whole concept was garage stuff, garage life, making to a product. That's kind of why the icon, which was drawn up, has the eventual end of icon that was used for this was the comb and the wrench, just trying to marry both brands together. So that's why we went with this. So the process took from February to the launch date, which has just recently came out. It's about 10 months. So people get kind of anxious about how long it takes product to be made. That's a pretty average time for things to get made, like of this kind of level. We'll talk about the art. So my original sketch, which I found in my book, in my Mind Dump 2 book, this is like one of the very first sketches in this book. It's real loose. Originally, I was going to flip their icon, which is their skeleton guy, and make it into something we would like, our kind of vibe. But I killed it right away. It was gonna be a barber's chair with their character in it, with a shifter, and instantly I started going, it looks like a wheelchair. Probably wasn't gonna work, so axed that idea. Then we started going into like script stuff, and then exploring their icon, which is the skeleton guy. And then you see the wrench and the comb came up. This is like how originally my really rough concept came out of right away after our initial meeting. So you can start seeing like the letter style I did. And the reason why, we'll get right to this too, the reason why on the actual tubs or jars, containers of the pomade doesn't have our typical brand marks on it, because if you look at the Suavecito logo, its normal logo, and the Hoonigan logo, so you'll see Suavecito's logo, Hoonigan logo, they don't really play real well together. So for the packaging, for the premium packaged item, went to their normal marks for each brand because it's very recognizable and people will notice it right away and be like, oh, it's Suavecito, it's Hoonigan. Makes sense. It didn't really work well on the labeling for the product. So both Hoonigan and Suavecito agreed that for this, I would draw up a letter style that was universal for both brands to be locked up in with. So for this, I designed all the packaging for it, did all the letter styles on it, including the water soluble, the super hold, all this stuff I just drew up. My normal style in sketch, redrew it. I actually don't have the super hold and the original hard pomade or hold pomade letters up here. Forgot, sorry, unprepared. So I had fun, like a real fun fact for me, I never liked doing packaging before. I used to despise packaging from many years ago. If you would have talked to me about 9 years ago until I would be like packaging, I would tell you you're crazy and you just get the fuck out of here. But no, I enjoy packaging now. It's very important. So we'll go through the next set of sketches I did. So here's a tighter version of some letters I was working on. And again, checking in on the attitude, as we like to call, slogan. So and there's the wrench, a comb kind of coming along, with messing around with spark plugs. Just marrying the two brands together. I was just trying to find something that would work with both of us. So, and here I am reconsidering flipping their logo with like a connecting rod through the head. It was like that Damaged Incorporated metallic pus head stuff. I was gonna try and go that direction, but it's so like out there, I think, for Suavecito that kind of abandoned it and just went to something more simple. So then I started working on the lockup with the letter styles, which just originally was just 2 wrenches. I mean, I established the wrench and the comb, but I was just exploring how it would look. So it has the fresh cuts, faster cars, faster women. So, and on the side of the actual product, we have the lethal combination of oil and nitromethane. So I did a letter style with that. And it's just one more attitude piece that kind of really seals it as like something we would make, as Hoonigan would make as a brand. So this was I had a lot of fun making this. The whole crew at Suavecito was amazing to work with. It was nice for them to just go like, you guys can go ahead and just create the look of it and the feel of it. And then they had a little bit of comments, but overall it was just like, cool. Like they let Hoonigan do what Hoonigan does. And they were just like receptive to everything we were doing for this collaboration. So let's go back to some more artwork. This is one thing that really Suavecito came through on, was we were trying to come up with a premium package for the collector version, or whatever you want to call it. This is the mini oil drum. They found this packaging, and as soon as they sent me a picture of like just a blank one, I'm like, oh, this is it. This will seal the deal. Like this will make it awesome. And they, came through and got it. So what makes it really special is that once you're done with all the contents, like the pomade, the shop rag, the comb, it becomes a piggy bank or whatever you want to store in there. So it's a cool collectible item that really adds a little more life and gives it more legs to this collaboration, which I think is also very special because it's cool enough to have like, yeah, you have a pomade with our own scent, which took I think 3 months to find the scent. I remember I would sit around at the table at their headquarters and we would just put our nose in these bags, like, I don't know. And then you'd smell like 20 of them and you come back 10 minutes later and go like, the one you thought you loved is the one you hate now. So when we finally came to this one, the title of this scent was called Gasoline. It's a nice scent. Like that's the thing about these. That's what Suavecito's like. They have a very distinct smell to their product. I think is what makes a lot of people have a fondness for it. So you'll know when I've had people comment what I'm wearing in my hair when I do my hair, which is pretty much every day. But I've had people tell me they know what it is by the product smell. Hopefully you at home, if you do your hair. And if you don't, you're dirty animals. Come on, comb your hair once in a while. Let's do it. So, oh yeah, so here's the oil barrel artwork. This does not look very exciting, does it? This is the mini oil drum layout. Super not exciting. Looks much better in the physical world. Probably do in a future episode, or if you want, comment, leave a message, whatever, send me something. Let me know what you want to see in the future stuff. Right now, I'm gonna go draw some stuffs, some things, and then you can watch along if you want. Or you can just scrub right through this and go right to the end. Whatever. Later.
year, new you. What did you do to start your New Year's? I heard you maybe just blew up your diff.
I did. I did blow up my diff.
So orange bang.
It
went
bang.
bang.
Yeah. Orange bang bang's pretty good. Burnouts for days.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
For today.
Cool.
What about for the rest of the day?
What about for the
Let's go
rest
eat
of the day?
snacks.
All right. Let's eat hot Cheetos. Get your sweatband.
God, I'm such an embarrassment.
Cheetos.
I really
Is that okay?
Blurry.